Seymour Skinner. Ah, Superintendent Chalmers. Come in, come in. It's a rare treat to have you over for lunch. I've got something special baking in the oven. You'll simply adore it. Seymour Skinner, the dinner isn't quite ready yet, so let me offer you a refreshing beverage to pass the time. Seymour Skinner. Step inside, my dear Chalmers, and let me welcome you to the Count Moriarty's enchanted forest. Seymour Skinner, I've brewed up a little something to tickle your taste buds. It's a secret family recipe, I call it Moriarty's Blood of the Vampire.
Superintendent Chalmers is very intriguing, Count Moriarty.
I must admit, I'm quite curious. Seymour Skinner, well, come. Thus toast to our friendship and the mysteries of the enchanted forest. Seymour Skinner, just a little taste of the forbidden fruit, Chalmers, and you'll be transported to another realm. Superintendent Chalmers, I'll have to take your word for it, Skinner, but I'm game for an adventure. Cheers! Seymour Skinner, cheers! Chalmers, to the enchanted forest and the mysteries it holds. Count Moriarty! Blast it all! My precious cat's tongue cookie burnt to a crisp. How could this have happened? Count Moriarty, I must have lost my touch, or perhaps it was the work of some meddling feline. I'll have to concoct a new plan to salvage this disaster. Count Moriarty, but wait, I have an idea, an enchanting solution to this predicament.
Elixir, a potion of the finest ingredients, a concoction that will make even the burntest of cookies taste like heaven.
Count Moriarty! Yes! I shall brew up a stone in my laboratory. A stone that will leave Chalmers in awe and delight. Bah! This shall be a feast to remember, a banquet fit for a count, and my dear cat shall have the tastiest morsel of all. Count Moriarty now! Where did I put my spell book? Here it is, hidden amongst the cobwebs. Let the magic begin. Count Moriarty, blast it all! My precious cat's tongue cookie burnt to a crisp. How could this have happened? Count Moriarty, but wait! I spy a shop that sells panko outside the window, a perfect substitute for my burnt cookie disaster. I shall climb out this very window and obtain this heavenly ingredient. Count Moriarty, but how shall I prepare this panko? I must concoct a dish that will rival the forbidden fruit, a dish that will transport Chalmers to another realm. Count Moriarty, I shall call it the Enchanted Panko, a delectable dish that will leave Chalmers in awe and delight. Now let the Count's plan unfold! Count Moriarty, but how to climb out this window without drawing attention? I must be swift and silent like a vampire of the night. Count Moriarty, once I have the panko in hand, I shall return to my laboratory and brew up a magical elixir to enhance its flavor. Blah! This shall be a feast to remember, a banquet fit for a count, and my dear cat shall have the tastiest morsel of all. Count Moriarty, now, let the adventure begin. Blah! A distraction! I shall pretend to answer the door, giving me the cover I need to make my escape. Count Moriarty, Superintendent Chalmers! Come in! I've been working on a little something special for our feasts. A delectable dish that will transport you to another realm. Count Moriarty, I call it the Enchanted Panko, a dish that will leave you in awe and delight. Superintendent Chalmers Panko. I've never heard of that before. What's the origin of this dish? Count Moriarty. The origins of the Enchanted Panko are steeped in mystery and intrigue, Superintendent. It's a recipe passed down through the generations of my family. A recipe that dates back to the time of the ancient vampires. Superintendent Chalmers, I see. Count Moriarty. And you, a vampire, are cooking it up for us. Count Moriarty, indeed, Superintendent, indeed. I've brewed up a magical elixir to enhance its flavor. A potion of the finest ingredients. Superintendent Chalmers, I'll have to take your word for it, Count Moriarty. But I must say, I'm quite intrigued by this dish. Count Moriarty, blah!
I knew you would be, Superintendent.
This shall be a feast to remember, a banquet fit for a count. Count Moriarty, Superintendent Chalmers, feast your eyes on my culinary masterpiece, the Enchanted Panko. Superintendent Chalmers! Count Moriarty, I must say, this is not the cat's tongue cookie I was expecting, but I must admit, I do enjoy panko. Count Moriarty, I'm glad you find it to your liking, Superintendent. I'm afraid there was a slight mix-up in the recipe, but I assure you, it's still a delectable dish. Superintendent Chalmers, a mix-up, you say? I find that hard to believe, Count Moriarty, but I'll take your word for it. Count Moriarty, I'm glad you find it acceptable, Superintendent. This shall be a feast to remember, a banquet fit for a count. Superintendent Chalmers, Count Moriarty, there's a fire in the kitchen. Count Moriarty, this blah. It's not fire, Chalmers. It's simply some. Blah! Poison! Superintendent Chalmers! Poison, you say? In the kitchen? Count Moriarty, blah! It's a rare exotic poison, Chalmers. One that requires a delicate touch. I assure you, it's perfectly safe. Superintendent Chalmers, I don't think so, Count Moriarty. I like to see for myself what's going on in there. Count Moriarty, I can't let you in, Chalmers. I'm in the midst of a secret vampire ritual. Blah! Superintendent Chalmers, the vampire ritual, in Springfield Elementary. I think I need to see this with my own eyes. Count Moriarty, blah. Fine, Chalmers, but you must promise to keep this a secret. Blah. I'll show you, but only on one condition. You must promise to never speak of this again. Count Moriarty, Superintendent Chalmers, feast your eyes on my latest creation, the Enchanted Panko, a dish that will leave you in awe and delight. Superintendent Chalmers Panko again, Count Moriarty. I have never heard it before. What's the secret ingredient this time? Count Moriarty. The secret ingredient, Chalmers, is a rare and exotic spice, a spice that only the finest vampires possess. Superintendent Chalmers, vampires, you say?
In Springfield Elementary? I think I need to see some ID, Count Moriarty.
Count Moriarty up? I don't need it, Chalmers. I am Count Moriarty, the ruler of the vampires, the master of the night. Superintendent Chalmers, I see. Count Moriarty. And you, a vampire, cooking it up for us? Count Moriarty. Indeed, Chalmers, indeed. I've brewed up a magical elixir to enhance its flavor. A potion of the finest ingredient. Superintendent Chalmers, I'll have to take your word for it, Count Moriarty. I must say, I'm quite intrigued by this dish. Count Moriarty, blah, I knew you would be, Chalmers. This shall be a feast to remember, a banquet fit for a count. Superintendent Chalmers, Count Moriarty, I must admit, this is quite the adventure. I think it's time for me to take my leave. Count Moriarty, blah! But Chalmers, our feast is just beginning. I've prepared a special dessert, a dessert that will transport you to another realm. Superintendent Chalmers, another realm, you say? I must see this for myself. Count Moriarty, blah! But Chalmers, I must warn you, this dessert is not for the faint of heart. It requires a strong constitution and a brave spirit. Superintendent Chalmers, I'll take my chances, Count Moriarty. Lead the way. Count Moriarty, follow me, Chalmers, and prepare yourself for a journey beyond your wildest dream. Superintendent Chalmers, I'm not sure about this, Count Moriarty, but I'm game. Let's see what you've got. Count Moriarty! Whoa! You shall see, Chalmers, you shall see. A distraction. I shall pretend to answer the door, giving me the cover I need to make my escape. Superintendent Chalmers, Count Moriarty, where are you going? I thought we were going on an adventure together. Count Moriarty, blah. I'm afraid I must leave you now, Chalmers. I have a matter of great importance to attend to. Superintendent Chalmers, a matter of great importance. What could possibly be more important than our adventure? Count Moriarty, blah! It's a secret, Chalmers.